What's going on, everyone? I'm DeFi Sean. That's Mr. Pixels, and you are watching the newest episode of Moon or Dust Trending, and we got some new projects to cover today. It seems like every single time we come back, there's newer and newer projects that are on that trending board, mostly Solana and BNB. But before we fully get started, of course, hit that like button, subscribe button, reshare, repost. Again, like I always say, whatever button that you have to hit on whatever platform you're on to push this as wide as possible, hit that button. Yeah, Mr. Pixels, how's it going? How was the weekend? How's the family? All that good stuff.
Good, man. Good. Getting ready for Christmas now, of course. It's coming up very soon. Obviously, we've got Thanksgiving first, but yeah, it's been good. Just spending a little bit of time as much as I can, but of course, flat out working, doing all the stuff we're doing here in the background, getting prepared for things we got coming up this week, outside of the trending stuff, some background dealings, I guess you could say. But getting all that stuff ready, yeah, it's been good, man. It's been a good weekend, productive. How about you? I'm more worried about you, dude. Have you healed up a bit?
Yeah, I just got this nasty sinus infection. I just can't seem to kick. But yeah, I told you this in the background, but went to the doctor, back to the doctor, I should say, today. Got me some steroids, so hopefully we'll kick it here very shortly. So
hitting the roids. I like it.
Yeah. Need to make sure I'm hitting the weights while I'm on it. So yeah, I'm doing good. And but yeah, let's take a look at that leaderboard. See, room's filling up. See who's all in there. Just to reiterate, we are taking the week off of Moon or Dust, kind of doing some upkeep, giving ourselves a little break for the holidays. I know I'm going to be out of town Thursday. We're going to my dad's house and different things. So again, just perfect week to kind of take it easy a little bit. Market is looking like it's starting to rebound a little bit. I think we almost got an 88K Bitcoin up from 80. So again, we weren't going down to 10,000. We were never going down to 5,000. Even if it does kind of start to turn a little back to negative, we're not going down to 5,000. I saw so much stuff on Twitter. At this rate, we're going to be down to a 5,000 Bitcoin in no time. It's not going to happen. Like I said, everyone that I talk to in my DMs, it's not doomsday. Just as easy as it went down, it can go back up. I really do think that we have not yet seen the top of Bitcoin or altcoin season. But, we kind of need Bitcoin from our perspective to kind of balance out a little bit, because I think, once Bitcoin starts to kind of balance out, Bitcoin dominance drops a little, hopefully that's when we start seeing some good altcoin movement and some good meme coin movement, which for us, that's what we're all kind of here for. Yeah, TassHub Cryptos in the house gave a huge breakdown of everything they're doing Friday. I think we were live for almost 2 hours, so shout out to them. And we are going to be covering them. They look to be number one again. They're at 129 votes. We got Vault BNB. We got Boost. We got King Myco. We got Kurumi, I think, however you say it. I keep
Kurumi. I mean, look, I'm guessing it seems like it's like a Japanese, maybe it's definitely Asian anyway. So I'm thinking, because our boy Manny, that's in the group with us there. I know he's been over there and is mainly an Asian market over there on there, and some Europeans. So like during our uptime, it's their downtime. So hopefully, you never know, we might get someone on at some point to talk about it. You never know. Hopefully because I know they've been up well high in the hundreds too with their voting. Yeah. I know when we were finishing up Friday, they were high in the voting. So hopefully we might get one of the European contingent, or someone that can speak some English to come on here and tell us all about it at some point. The live is not live on Lunar Pump right now. Hold on, let me just let Adam know. Adam, if you're there in the background, can you get that live up and running? I thought it was set up. Maybe there's some issue with it, but thank you, Tazzy. Just saw your message pop in there, so yeah, we'll get that taken care of here ASAP. But just before we get going, Sean, I guess we'll let some people a quick little insight into let's add this right here. Anybody that wants to add that bot that you just saw to your Telegram, slight upgrade on the website. Of course, all the main shows are still here. Fire Chicken, BioCrypto there, and we will have some new ones coming up soon. But if you do want to add the bot, now you can just hit this little trending button up here. The leaderboard currently will just take you into the Telegram leaderboard, and then this will open up the actual trending bot itself in your Telegram. Alternatively, you can just go to, as you can see on the screen there, at @modtrending_bot. That's the handle of the bot in Telegram. So you can add that to your Telegram and give it the permissions, install it, and get your community voting. It's that simple. Super easy, Sean?
Yeah. Also, before we get started, kind of giving some updates. I know Mike and I were working on the exact flow of how Infineon's going to work to Lunar Pump to Lunar Dust and how it's going to kind of flow upward to Infineon, just so kind of everyone understands exactly how this whole ecosystem works. So I know we're putting that together. I know our guy Richard is working, hasn't been fully divulged yet. It's really cool. He's working on a real life strategy to implement and to get tokens and lives and stuff on Lunar Pump. It's a really cool strategy. Again, it's a real life strategy where he's actually talking to people in real life that are going to be doing this. So, it's not our normal, Telegram DMs and stuff like that. So it's a really cool strategy. I know he/us are going to share it with everyone. I'm sure in the very, very near future, it'll be going. But yeah, so shout out to him for putting in all kinds of legwork to kind of really get Lunar Pump on the map and really kind of create a new kind of subcategory within Lunar Pump that Pump Fund isn't doing or anything else like that to utilize the live stream and in particular the tipping. So can't wait to announce that. And of course,
what an awesome feature.
Yeah, exactly. We're working super hard on Lunar Dust. We're working on different partnerships to bring in to Lunar Dust to really kind of amp this thing up. Like I said, we're kind of starting at the bottom, working our way up, and I do think that the best here in 2026 is still ahead of us. I know everyone got panicked when Bitcoin was dropping at a crazy rate, but it's settled down. It's starting to make its way back up. Of course, it could be a trap. It can start to go back down a little, but I don't see it going much further down than this. I really do think we're going to start working our way back up. Then, of course, obviously, we really need to see those funds start to trickle into meme tokens and into Lunar Dust, and having crypto on calls. I know firsthand how much money the marketing side and the YouTube side and all that stuff can make within the space. I mean, I'm not going to divulge what I make. Mr. Pixel knows, but on the KOL side, you can make a lot of money really quick. And let me just say that, and I'm saying all that to say this, that we are setting up Lunar Dust to kind of be a new category, like crypto entertainment is kind of how we're labeling it, but it's also set up on the KOL side with the ads, with the trending, and that revenue, especially in a greener market where we have tons of marketing funds flow. Because when those marketing funds are flowing, people are looking to advertise, and when people are looking to advertise, we have a very good product to do that with. So I'm saying all that to say that those marketing dollars, I have no doubt, will start flowing into Lunar Dust, and again, those marketing dollars can be made very quickly with a really good advertisement platform like Lunar Dust. Not only is it getting the views, but we're one of the few places that has really good organic people. When we're looking at the trending bots, we're always going to be honest. There's Boost. There's one of the projects on there that I am super skeptical about. There's another one, the Vault BNB. I'm a little iffy about that one, but we're going to kind of go over it. And the reason why we're not going to BS anyone is because, again, I know that we have a really good base of people that are looking to get into new projects. So when you're on Lunar Dust trending, we're never going to fluff what we're looking at. We're always going to give our honest opinion for that reason. We don't just have a botted YouTube or botted X where we're just talking everything up because we want to get these ad dollars and all that stuff. We're going to give it to you straight because we do have obligation to our audience to make sure that that we're not fluffing anything and that we're giving everyone our true opinion about what we think's going on.
Yeah, and to touch on that, of course, like anything else, when you're doing something like this, there has to be there has to be a strong revenue model here to be able to keep this going. And of course, like Sean said, all the other stuff that we have built that we're working on that Lunar Dust even spawned out of in order to push people and hype and promote Lunar Pump Fund, show what's possible on there when it comes to the features we're offering in the live stream. Obviously, we're still working on stuff with Lunar Pump at the moment. There's still some issues that are kind of, they're all big barriers to entry when it comes to token launcher, no matter who you are. If it's just trading or developing, there's still some things that we really need to iron out there on it, which are being worked on at the moment. But we're just getting that dialed into where it needs to be. But right now, the best thing we can do is create the market for us, create this platform. So we can create the marketing entity that's going to help us promote those other things, and encourage other people in the space to, adopt lunar pump and what we're looking at building over there, and be able to utilize those features too, the way we have it set up. So that's the ultimate goal. But also, the main thing right now is to keep growing our numbers. As you can see here, they are 4 weeks. I believe they've rescinded this week. I gotta update these numbers here. I think they definitely had a pullback with the market and everything. No doubt.
I'm gonna get you those numbers. Like I said, I've still been on the struggle bus a little bit, but those numbers will be coming today. We'll get that taken care of today.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, then you got the main show itself. As we said, the sponsorship opportunities are going to be available there. So all the meetings we're having with other marketing agencies and this and that to, bolster this up and, integrate a whole new idea of what crypto entertainment and, what an alternative look at a KOL might be, right? I mean, you're all used to your regular standard issue KOLs, but with this, you're going to tie into the trending show. You're also going to tie into the actual main show. So if you're going to sponsor the main show itself, the game show, on any day, you will get shouted out on the trending all week too if you sponsor anything that week. So, there's massive opportunity, and they both kind of almost have similar, but they also tap into different audiences. Like the trending show is, a little less accessible for the normie, I guess. Whereas if you're talking about the game show, more people are used to that. And it's tight, right? It's short. It's 30 minutes in, give or take, depending. But, it's a good, it's a structured. So that has its own kind of audience and has more mass appeal, I guess, in the trending show itself. But they both complement each other either way, no matter how you look at it. So I think we got a great little ecosystem here, and it's just, building it up, getting the proof of the pudding. Of course, we'll be ready here for when the market bounces back, I'm hoping very soon. So yeah, I mean, it's all there. The model is there. So we're just, we're excited to keep rolling this out, keep growing our numbers. Of course, we're off this week from the main game show. It's going to be next week before we actually do that again. We're taking a break. Sean needs some more time to mend, and we're just going to give it a little breather and push on getting the bot out there and dialing in all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let's have a look at look at this board here.
And one last thing I'll say about our ecosystem is that, as much as I'm saying about mod, which mod will be more of the start of it because it's the easiest entryway to get people involved, to get people to see what we're doing. But as crazy as it is with the amount of money you can make on the marketing side, nothing compared to the token launcher side. Even just 2 to 5% of pump fund on the Lunar Pump side would blow Lunar Dust out of the water. You're talking upwards of 30, 50, 60, 70K per day if you were just to take a fractional share of pump fund. So again, everything we're doing is being done right. We have everything set up. It's just a matter of needing some good new liquidity within the market, especially to start on that marketing side, to start seeing those funds rolling in, to start seeing tokens starting to launch. And yeah, we just kind of roll from there. But I do think when this thing finally takes off and when it turns, it's going to take off and it's going to turn quick.
Yeah, and once we have, Lunar Pump kind of finally to where we added, get these few little niggly bits dialed in 100%, I think we're off to the races. And by the time we have that done, our audience here is growing more and more. So they're all, it's all kind of working in tandem. So it's looking really good right now. Just let's get that market back cooking here, get some positivity back in there, remove a little bit of fear. But yeah, so first up, Sean, we got Kurumi. Like I said, I know these guys have been pushing the bot hard all right over the weekend. I'm not sure if they knew that we didn't do the show on the weekend, so it's only Monday to Friday right now at this moment in time, unless that changes. But we are trying to take some time for ourselves, because obviously once we come back and start doing the main game show itself, there's going to be 8 live streams in the week. So it's a lot.
Before you start on it, I will say this: we obviously pay attention to it over the weekend, and if there's a token that's absolutely crushing it over the weekend, and maybe it falters a little bit come Monday, we'll still talk about it. Like I said, we're going to be fair. We're going to give everyone equal opportunity. And another thing too, keep in mind when you're looking at that trending bot, I'll kind of go over it when I cover one or two of them, but let me put it like this. So just because someone has high numbers does not mean it's a legit community and a legit token. And just because someone has lower numbers doesn't mean it's not, the vice versa. It doesn't mean it's not legit and not worth it. But, some of these things, they'll get in there, they'll get on these trending bots, they'll put fake votes in, they'll kind of try to get you over there. So you still need to do your research along with us while we're doing this to make sure, again, that it is something worth getting into, because in crypto, anything and everything could be faked. Over the years, I've become really good at figuring out, is that a real community? Is that just shillers? Is it bots? So, I'm pretty good at detecting it, doing all the research and all the, all these token reviews I've done. So just always keep that in mind. If something shoots up to number one, don't just hop over to a Telegram and, ape into it. Really do your own research. Because like I said, I really don't want our holders getting hurt by this trending bot by just aping into everything.
Yeah, definitely be cautious, because people can, the fakery is everywhere. And as Sean said, he's become very good over the years at spotting fluff. So, and we'll have no problem, because, we have to be honest about our assessment of whatever is on that chart there, right? So if it's looking shady and there's red flags, we'll call them out for sure. But again, always do your own research at the end of the day before going with anything we're saying. Even if we love something so much, please always do your own research. But
yeah,
all right,
we got we're viewership's up. We talk Infineon, we talk Moon Dust. Let's hop into our trending tokens.
Yeah. So this is our number 5 today, and again, shout out. This is Kurumi. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. We're having some debates back here. I believe it's Kurumi. It sounds right. A Shiba Inu in the Kabosu family. Yeah, this I love it. I mean, it looks like a straight hardcore dog meme, from what I can see, tapping into some other high profile dog memes that have gone before it. Obviously Shiba Inu. It all seems to be coming from this Kabosu legacy. Now these guys are at right now, I think they're at 4 or 3. Kurumi are 1.8. They're at 1.8 million right now. So they obviously had a great launch. They got some solid peeps, a little dip off there, but they're pumping it. So let's go back into the site here. Kurumi is a gentle. Sorry, scroll up there a sec, Sean. So just we'll read the quick about, and shout out to you guys. Like I said, I know you guys have been pushing hard over the weekend and voting a lot. So if anybody there at some point this week, if you stay in the top 5, please reach out to us and let's have somebody come on to talk about it. I believe this is mainly on the Asian side. I believe it was a Chinese token that was launched, if I'm not mistaken. But it's certainly more on the European, that side of the world, I believe.
Yeah, that's my understanding too. Yep.
Yeah, one of our guys I know is on that side of the world too, and I think he's been over to talking to him. It's mainly of the Asian persuasion. But still, hey, if you have someone that can communicate in English, please come on up at some point this week if you can. We'd love to have you guys on and do a deeper dive, talk about it. I bought TAS and Wooding and BioCrypt thanks to the trending bot. Whoop, 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 whoop. Attaboy.
Yeah, those 3 look solid. Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, Kurumi so far is looking pretty solid too, I gotta say. But let's read on about Kurumi. Kurumi is a gentle nod to the Kabosu legacy, a Shiba Inu with a warm, community-first spirit, built with kindness and care by the builders from Project Nero. Nero did very well. We had a look at that recently too. Kurumi celebrates the meme culture while looking after real-world goodness, talks by billion. Okay, so yeah, these are the tokens from this, let's say, dog meme lineage, you could call it. Doge was one of those style tokens, 85 billion, 40 billion for SHIB. Nero, then I believe these guys are claiming that it's the same people that did the Nero token, so that would have gone to 1.1 billion. And then Kokoro, 100 million. Those all went to, so I guess they are pushing hard to do the same with this. And if they do, then
I don't know if it's the developers, but I think it's the same core community at the very least, from my understanding.
Gotcha. Okay. Now it's not the Nero developers you're saying; it's the core community.
I think that's my understanding. But again, anyone from there that wants to come up, yeah, please give you the floor, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
China. It's from China. Yes, sir. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. The website looks good. I like it. Atsuko Sato is a Japanese kindergarten teacher and blogger from Sakura, Chiba, best known as the owner of Kabosu, the Shiba Inu, whose 2010 photo became the Doge meme and the face of Dogecoin. So yeah, I think we read this out as well recently. So yeah, I guess it's the same lineage. There's Kokoro beside it. These are the pups of those same dogs. So this whole lineage, you're talking about generational wealth. The dogs are getting generational wealth here. They're becoming generationally famous just for being part of that lineage. They're royal. They're becoming royalty, I guess you could say, almost in the meme world. So then you have their Kurumi value calculator down there. Yeah, so it looks like pretty, it's good. It's informative. It's not trying to be something it's not. It's playing to its strengths. It's a straight meme, tapping into the lineage. There are 1.8 million right now. Website looks pretty legit. How are we looking on the Telegram over there, Sean? And we'll take a look at the X and the Telegram, I guess. So they're at 795 subscribers right now for the Kurumi portal. So go on over there and check that out yourselves, see what kind of activity is going on over there. So it is a CTO, community takeover at some point. Japan, okay, yes, based in Japan. There's our answer for us. Not China. Excuse you, Titan. So yeah, it is a Japanese run, so that's pretty cool. How many followers? 12, just over 1,200 followers. They have their own community with 333 members in there. Spooky. But it looks like they're getting some decent engagement on there from their posts, from what I can see. 48 likes, 21. That looks good. That looks good and organic. How are the comments in there, Sean? Are those comments looking botty, or are they looking legit? Or are they written in Japanese? Let's see. Rockets, tagging, a little botty looking, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, but a lot of people would just like and retweet. Lots of people don't comment too much. Yeah. That comes from experience, trust me. As we know too well, but I like the content. It's looking pretty solid. How's the chart looking, Sean? Let's have a quick look at the chart then and see how they're doing. You can give a good assessment on this. I would say tokenomics and all that kind of stuff is certainly not my strength. But as far as the narrative, from my own perspective, given that's my area of expertise, or I pretend it is, I believe that I think the narrative looks good. I like the website. It looks clean. The content looks clean, looks wholesome. I always like the wholesome stuff. You know me. But the chart, I mean, shit, it's at 1.8 million. It's looking strong. It's looking good. It's looking like it's on a bounce back. I wonder when the CTO happened. Was it at the top of that initial big red dump there, or what? Again, we can maybe ask some people when they pop in. But what are your thoughts on the chart there, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, looking pretty good. Look at Pump Fund, obviously, this is where it bonded. Went up from there. Of course, it did your typical dump, but yeah, it looks to be making its way back up. And let's see, you said the numbers. Let's see, 2478.29K volume, 7.67K holders. Liquidity is at 328. It is locked. So yeah, looking good. So yeah, I mean, overall looking really good. I said, I used to back when I first started would try to do technical analysis on charts, and I don't know. When it comes to crypto, I just do not like doing technical analysis. I look at a lot of other factors when I'm looking at cryptos.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with that. And to be honest, when I say it, I'm not really looking for so much because people try to predict what's going to happen when they do technical analysis. But I think, the best thing we can really do here, because if there even are experts, I don't know if you can be an expert on a meme coin chart. I don't know if that's even possible, to be honest. But what we can do is we can highlight anything that we see or anything that's kind of a blatant red flag. If as far as, projections and stuff go, yeah, I'd rather steer clear of that because there's too many factors that can change that are out of anybody's real control, so it's hard to make any predictions like that, especially when it comes to tokens like this. When you're talking about, Bitcoin and things like that, big, more stable coins might be a little easier, still difficult as shit, but when you're talking about something like these kinds of tokens, yeah, it's really impossible. So, okay, Titan's got a prediction for us. Let's see what he's got. I can predict mod by 50. By top 50 by January 2026. Yeah. All right, we got a month. Let's do it, guys. It's time to push. We do not.
Of course, not financial advice. Yeah. See,
do not want to. We don't want to embarrass Titan. Sorry, go on, Joe. What you gonna say?
And I was just saying, SFC technical analysis goes out the window when there's a rug. I mean, yeah, there's just a multitude of why it just, in my opinion, doesn't bring any value when you're looking at especially meme tokens.
So but let's say as far as just general analysis, your average trader would come in, look at this. You're looking at the market cap. How's the liquidity hold up versus the market cap, Sean? We talking strong, good holders there, 7.67K holders. Volume is looking pretty decent there over the last 24 hours.
I always like to look at buys versus sells. I always like to look at the dollar value versus the I always like to look at the buy sells and then the dollar value, because a lot of times you'll see this and it's just there's tons of market makers, there's tons of volume bots, a lot of people use them, and a lot of times you'll come in here and it'll be like exactly 50-50, 50,000 buys, 50,000 sells. That's a very good indicator right off the bat that they are just fluffing you. It's just they're trying to entice you to buy, thinking there's tons of volume, and it says 1 million volume, but there's 500,000 buy, 500,000 sell. Again, they have a volume bot, they have a market maker, whatever way. So I always try to go and just decipher those kind of things. And again, this is just me personally. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just telling you just different things that I look at when kind of determining if it's real, if it's not real, because obviously it can be hard to tell. Even looking at wallets nowadays, the volume bots will create new wallets, and it's just you can't really used to be able to kind of look at wallets and see a lot of the same wallets from market makers. I know when we first started using market makers for our projects and stuff on like Bitmart and all those different things years ago, it would be the same wallets that are buying and selling. So it was almost kind of obvious. Nowadays, it can do it to where the volume bot will create new wallets to create new holders. And so you can't just really go off of wallets anymore. So yeah, there's just different things that I personally look for. I mean, this ratio looks pretty good right here.
Exactly,
like
Sean, and I think that's why I think a lot of people kind of tune in as well to get this kind of idea where it's not. And I agree with what the guys are saying here. It is hard doing an analysis, especially without talking to the team. Like I said, and that was one of the questions I would have had. Would be like, all right, when did the CTO happen? Whereabouts in the chart were we when that happened? What happened? Those kinds of questions. So I agree, especially, and also to touch on FC's point, yeah, when they're new like this, it's really hard. And like you said earlier, a rug pull turns it all on its head anyway. But I think people are tuning in because obviously, Sean, you have experience, because you've used all these bots, you've traded, you're in the marketing space as well. You know what people do, what ROI from specific marketing or advertising investments a project might make, what kind of return you're getting on that. So these are like good insights for people that aren't too familiar to be able to spot the fluff that they might not usually spot. So is there any huge red flags? I mean, obviously, like when Sean talks about market makers and volume bot, this is not out of the ordinary for anybody that's watching. Like this is normal behavior in this space.
Yep, and just to clarify, if someone's using a market maker or a volume bot, does not mean it's not a good project at all by any stretch of imagination. Almost everyone does it in the space, but so you need to kind of decipher what do they actually have some good organic volume coming in, or is it just a volume bot, is it just a market maker? A lot of things too to stay listed on MEXC, to stay listed on Bitmart, even to keep like CMC listing or CoinGecko listing, you have to have volume running through it. So there's a multitude of different reasons why projects use volume bots. It's not just necessarily a tactic to get people to buy from the outside. There's just other reasons on why that volume bot has to be there or that market maker has to be there.
Yeah, and a lot of the time you can kind of tell those volume bots. You know which they are and which they aren't. But you want to, like, the best thing you're like, the number one metric you're trying to find out is like how much organic growth does this really have. Like that's a good indicator. But also, the fact that they're spending money using it to use the market makers means they're obviously in this space. That's what you got to do for your token to kind of survive at certain points to get listings, like Sean said. So it's not like you shouldn't perceive that as a negative thing. It's like at least they're putting in the work that everybody knows needs to be done, whether it's smoke and mirrors or not. People know, and well, if I want to get on this listing, then we have to have this much volume. We have to have this many holders. If this is what you want, then this is what we got to do. If we got to generate it artificially ourselves for now to be able to achieve that goal, then that's what people are doing. There's a whole business to do with that and creating these kinds of software that does this kind of thing. So the market's there. That's the reality of the space. But no massive red flags here, Sean, from what I can see. From your what's your perspective?
I agree. I agree with that. Kind of need some more data to really be able to tell. Because again, this one's a month old, if I'm not mistaken. It bonded about a month ago, on the 20th.
Yeah.
So
So I guess they launched it, took what they could. They took what they could out of it, dropped it off, and then the community, has probably taken it over. Obviously, CTO, so they're building this back up right now.
Yep.
What were you going to say, Sean? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
So, well, another thing, SFC, fake it till you make it. 100% facts. Everyone in crypto, every token's outside of like your Doge coins and things like that. They fake it till they make it. They start off synthetic until they hopefully can make the transition to organic. Another thing too, chats. Go to Moon or Dust chat or go to the Infineon chat, and you'll see what an organic chat looks like. A lot of these chats you'll go into, and you can just tell when it's chillers. They're trying to sell it to you. They're just randomly posting the contract. You can just tell they're hired mods basically that are just trying to entice you, try to get you. But going over to the Moon or Dust chat, to the Infineon chat, and it'll give you a good indication if you're newer, especially. I know a lot of people listen and they know this stuff, but like a lot of our people that follow us, but you can kind of tell what's real, what's not real. Is this shillers? Is this not shillers? Is this a real organic community? Because, we have real conversations within those chats, and, it's always a fun place to hang out. It's not just a bunch of guys trying to entice you to buy the token or tell you this or tell you that. It's,
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, that goes for, I know SFC, we all need some paid gigs, dude.
and again, it goes back to, it's that delicate balancing act, because just because a project does hire shillers doesn't mean that it's not necessarily a good project, because having shillers, getting people to comment on your tweets, getting people to like it pushes it out further within the algorithm. So just because they do pay shillers doesn't mean that it's not going to be a good project. Like, again, it's a big balancing act of determining of course this volume is probably fake, but is there some organic volume? They have shillers, but is that their entire thing? Is there zero organic chat going on in the chat? Or, so it's just this big balancing act. It's almost just kind of, you learn from experience, which I know a lot of people that follow us and listen to this can kind of know what I'm talking about and can kind of pick it out themselves.
Oh, they definitely know how hard it is to get people to like get out there and interact with comments and this and that. So, like you said, if you see it, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes it can just, like, you might just have a paid group for, hey, we're going to have them for a week just to kind of incentivize the rest of the community to kind of get going or something. Sometimes it can just be a fuel to the fire kind of thing. So it's not a terrible thing. At least people are pushing it. But yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes in this space. I'm sure most people kind of know that, but anybody that doesn't, we're dropping some new knowledge on you. Welcome.
But again, it's still early. To finish this one out, everything I can tell, it looks pretty legit. Of course, there's probably some volume bots going. There probably are some shillers going, but everything I can tell, this one looks pretty solid from everything I can tell.
Yeah, and the community seem to have grabbed a hold of it now. It seems to be on a climb again, and it seems like if it is the same community from the whole Nero, they seem to have the track record there to push that. So good luck to you guys. And if anybody from there, again, if you're on this, if you're up in the top 5 of this chart any other day this week, reach out to us, reach out to Sean, send him a message. I'm going to pop up. This is Sean's Telegram handle right there. So send him a DM and he'll send you an invite. You can maybe pop up on the show and give us a quick little pitch. But if you get to number 1, we'll go and we'll do the deep dive like we did with our TassHub peeps last week. And we did a deep dive with our boy Chuck too, even though they weren't number 1, but he was on early. He was participating in the show, and we love Chuck. So we wanted to give him a good spot and show people as well what those highlights look like. So he was actually the first one to do that. So the deep dive, that's what you want. Hit number 1 and you'll get the deep dive. If you get in the top 5, you want to come up here, we'll give a quick maybe 5-10 minutes or something, quick overview. But number 1 is going to be the super duper deep dive for sure.
Yep. And there's a lot of community members. There's a lot of people that have their own tokens that have done a lot to help us push all of our stuff. So of course, people like Chuck, we're more than happy to give the floor to come share your stuff that have always been there and helped us, kind of get to and achieve the things that we've achieved.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Kurumi, guys, go check it out. DYR, and again, shout out to the Kurumi people for getting the bot in. Keep voting, guys. Keep voting. We want someone up here from your community to talk and give us a little more insight into where it's at, where it's going, what the plans are, all of that kind of stuff. And we'll reach out to Manny to get him to talk to those guys, see if we can get someone in. Okay, all right. Well, that is Kurumi. Let's see. I'm going to remove this right now. Let's pop this bad boy up here and see who we got next. All right, King Myco. I don't believe we've seen this one yet. Again, anybody that is watching right now, please do this. Okay, go to moonordust.fun, moon-or-dust.fun. Get the Telegram bot installed. You're looking at the leaderboard right here, right now. Doesn't matter what chain you're on. Just go straight to the website, which is right here, moon-or-dust.fun. Go up here to the trending, add mod trending bot. And as you can see, it'll pop up right here and allow you to open it in your Telegram desktop. Give it the permissions it needs and get your community voting to be highlighted on the show. And you never know, if your community is bullish enough, as TassHub, who are going to be on probably our next episode or an upcoming episode of the primetime edition of Moon or Dust Game Show itself for the $1,000 top wallet. You're bullish enough, yeah, we'll pick you. We'll want you to come up here and play, maybe for $1,000. Imagine how beneficial that can be for any project. But as far as the trending show, it's all free. Just get voting. moon-or-dust.fun and get it going. All right, rant over. Next, right, King Myco. Sean, let's see what we got.
Yeah, let's
pull this up here real quick.
Yeah,
there we go. All right.
King Myco, it looks like it. I was just doing some quick research on this one. This is a new one. So shout out to King Myco for getting in there. Looks like they launched on Lunar, or not, I'm about to say Lunar Pop. Wish they launched on Lunar Pop. Everyone should be launching on Lunar Pop. They launched on Pump Fun. I'm not sure. They may or may not be doing live streams still. I mean, this was promoted. And this led me here, one of the first places that led me. So that leads me to believe possibly they're still doing live streams. Or can you do live streams on Pump Fun? For whatever reason, even when the token bonds, okay, because they, again, when I was researching into it a little bit, it led me here. So,
oh yeah, you know what? I'm not sure after the token bonds if you can still do it or what the story is. I have to look into that. If anybody knows, let us know, guys.
Let's see, anyone from King Myco too? They want to type into the chat. Let's see what we're all about. Stay weird seems to be the main slogan. Dive into the microverse, psychedelic realm of community-driven cryptos, free NFTs, and play to earn game, and no more is boring. Embrace the chaos. So it looks like they have quite a few.
All right, is this? Hold on there, Sean. Hold on. I think this is our guy. Is this the dev? Is this the Myco dev? You said dev here. I assume this is right now. So if this is you, let us know. If you want to come up and talk a little bit about Myco, let us know. We'll give you a good 5-10 minute slot to talk about it. No problem. Yep. Let us know. Here is Sean's Telegram handle. If you do want to come up, just send him a DM and he'll keep an eye out for you. Here it is. It is at capital THE_KRYPTONIAN01. at @the_Kryptonian01. Go and send him a DM right now if you are that dev. Sure, I can talk. Awesome. Excellent. Okay, great. We're going to have the Myco guys up here. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. If again, you can come up. Again, when we first dive into stuff, I no doubt know that we'll say stuff wrong and get things wrong. So yeah, the dev, for our top 5, we'll give 5 or 10 minutes to someone that wants to come up and talk. So let me see. See if we get some DM. Yeah, shoot me a DM. I'll get you a link and we'll get you up here right now.
Dive into the Mycoverse, a psychedelic realm of community-driven crypto, freaky NFTs, and play-to-earn gaming. Normal is boring. Embrace the chaos. Well, I'm a gamer guy, even though I don't do it as much as I wish I could. But
tons of stuff going on. Listed on CoinGecko, which is a good thing. Like I said, there's some more requirements to get listed on CoinGecko. It's not a straight pay to play like some other listing services are, in particular CMC.
All right, there's a live chart. What are we? What's King sitting at right now? It's at 78K right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, let's actually come on over to Dex Tools. All right. Yep. Okay.
80K went up too.
If you wanna check this out, Mr. Pixel, I just got the DM from. I'll get him in here.
Oh, awesome. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like our liquidity is 28.3. Market cap is at 80 right now. Looks relatively new. I'm guessing we can find out exactly when they launched it. The circulating supply is 917. So I'm assuming they did some kind of a burn at some point, maybe. It's not up at around billion number or anything like that. So 24-hour volume is $13.17. So it seems like it's pretty organic. I'm assuming they don't have any volume bots or anything running at the moment.
Yeah, no volume bots. Yeah,
a burn, but it looks like they've had a lot of sells versus minimal buys at this moment in time. But it seems like it's early days for this. I mean, there isn't a meme coin in the world that doesn't go through a launch and a drop, and then that's when the real building starts. So I think we can agree with that. We have our man.
He is backstage, just to make sure. Always like to just double check. Obviously, your camera's on, so just like to double check to make sure that you're okay with that before we bring you up.
Yeah, and just give us a
thumbs up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Sam gives a thumbs up.
Yeah, okay, he's good. Sometimes people don't realize it or whatever, so just always like to make sure. But yeah, let's bring him up, Mr. Pexon. You can. Yeah.
Oh, we're getting a little echo there, King.
Oh yeah. Let me turn that off.
No worries, sir. Thank you for coming up.
All right, no problem. How y'all doing?
So doing good. King Bragg. All right, nice to meet you. Thanks for getting the bot down and having your community vote on this. We really appreciate you guys doing that. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the game show and stuff itself, or we just started up this trending, but it's good to have you guys on. Are you still there? Did we lose your camera, or can you still hear us? Okay, I think we might have lost him for a minute. Let's drop him down and see if he can figure it out. I think maybe he might need to reconnect. We've lost his camera and his audio back there. But yeah, hopefully we'll get him back up here. I like when people come into the studio, especially when they go on camera. Everybody knows I'm all about that. Yeah, I think he's maybe having some slight connection issues. It's looking like back there, but we'll get him right back up. Can you go back to the website there again for just a moment, Sean? And we'll have a quick look. And we can get him to talk more about the chart, I guess, besides me giving my half-assed take on it. But yeah, the website. So you got staking, how to buy. You got the NFTs. Let's have a look at the... okay, I think we got him back, actually. Here. Is he coming back? He's getting close. What's the roadmap, Sean? Let's have a quick look at the roadmap there, maybe in the NFTs.
See, where did you want to make sure?
Up on the top there, up in the top. Yeah, there we go. Okay, he's got his camera back. Just give us the thumbs up whenever you are ready. I think he just disconnected, so he'll come back.
Yeah, he's probably just resetting everything.
This is not a trend. This is an ecosystem born from the underground. Stay weird, spread spores, infect the chain. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, the expansion. Okay, here we go. Launch and pump fun. Okay, done. Community growth.
Weird. When I clicked the link, it started us at the bottom.
I need a little adjustment there. Okay. Fruiting Bodies, Myco Runner game is online and running. Okay, we'll have to go check that out. Maybe you can tell us what that is. Just give us the thumbs up. King Bra. Okay, whenever you're good. Okay, he's good. Let's bring him back up. All right, there we are. Some technical difficulties. Don't worry, it happens.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Not at all. It's all good. You're sounding good. Your mic's good. Your camera's good. But yeah, appreciate you guys getting the bot in and coming up to talk all about King Myco. Assuming you're new. When did you get the bot in? Just recently in the last day or so?
I think in the last 3 days. Yeah, we went ahead and put it on.
Awesome.
Can I ask where you heard about the bot from?
Yeah, so I got a guy that does a lot of my voting. And gets the people on board. Romo Rizzo, he's a guy in my chat. He pretty much
shout out Romo.
Stuff.
Sweet, very nice.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. So yeah, I guess if you want to give us a little rundown on it for everybody that's watching at home, this is King Myco. Looks like a meme token with some staking NFTs, but we have the man. You are the creator, founder of this, King. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. Well, give us a little insight into yourself, I guess, first. What about yourself and your crypto journey so far? Are you in crypto long, or?
Yeah, so I've been in crypto, I would say maybe about 5 years, kind of stayed on the outskirts, was a part of a couple of projects. And unfortunately, in the world of Solana, there's a lot of rugs, and we took a lot of hits personally and, my team. So I decided, man, I'm not dependent on anybody else anymore. I want to produce something that's safe, that people can depend on. I doxed myself. I'm a physician in Louisiana. I'm not afraid to say it. I really started this for my son, who's autistic and really into gaming and stuff. And I wanted to take my shot at it. I figured if I can make it on Solana, I can make it anywhere. And so far, we're in a community building process. We have live play to earn games that I'm actually trying to get back online right now, having some back end issues with reward reaping, but it's all good. We got NFTs. We got and holding NFTs in the future will give you access to, new coin drops, drops that'll be part of the Myco ecosystem. Trying to create a Myco verse where people can stay and use, hopefully in the future, Myco to buy new things and upgrade things as well. We have staking that's live right now on Smithy.io. Pretty good percentages. When it comes to conviction, we got 2/3 of our supply staked for 6 months, and I went ahead and put another 70 million locked for a year, and I burned over 90 million tokens. So I mean, we're not playing around. We're here for the long haul, and I plan on really kind of developing a game where you can collect spores and use them as a way to upgrade armor and stuff like that in the future. I want to create a game similar to Zelda.
Okay, cool. Wow, Zelda, right? That's quite the undertaking, but hey, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So the narrative itself, King, is, I mean, obviously, it's a mushroom, and that's kind of the angle you in. Any particular reason why you chose mushrooms? I mean, I love Toad and I love Mario. Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, and that was a big thing. I mean, you look at all the memes and stuff, dogs, cats, whatever. I wanted something different. So I kind of delve into things where, I'm looking for a meme that hasn't been done before. And this character came about, and the story is pretty good. He starts out on underground. He realizes things aren't right in the blockchain, and especially Solana, and wants to kind of change things and change people's lives. So it was weird. It was unique. I like mushrooms. I like magic. And I thought he would be a good character.
And mushrooms, I agree, are underrepresented in the meme space. And you look like a fun guy.
Sorry, that's right.
I had to do it. Apologies, anybody. You can give me some shit after. But it looks like
baby.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you're kind of building like a bit of an ecosystem here. That's the ultimate goal here. So you have an NFT marketplace. You got staking going on, and then you're looking at building like a gaming. Some kind of like a gaming. This is your first game anyway, is going to roll out. How many games do you plan? The first one you're rolling out is it like a small game? Do you have a game? Well, you said it's not live right now. But what is that game?
If you go to kingmyco.io, they're basically going to be simple, almost like Frogger, Pac-Man type games where you control Myco, avoid enemies, and collect spores. And each spore will be worth 5 Myco. So you'll be able to play these games 3 to 4 times a day, log in, collect as many spores as you can, and that you'll have to be holding a certain amount of Myco to play the game, so which gives it some utility. But you'll also be able to log in and play and collect spores and Myco as you're playing. So I figured it would be a reward for my holders to be able to play a game and earn some Myco.
So it is a straight play to earn in the games. And who's developing all these? You vibe coding these bad boys, or are you who's building these games for you?
So yeah, I'm personally doing it. I'm an amateur coder, but I use a lot of AI to help me out. But yeah, it's all me, man. I'm the lone dev. I decided to start it with no insiders, and my team has grown organically. I have no really paid guys working for me.
Yeah. Okay. So that's cool. How's the community right now? Was it? How's the community sentiment at the moment? Are they rallying? How's your socials? Can you bring up the X there, Sean, as well? Let's bring up maybe the X account for you guys. And you make all the content for that too, I assume, King. Is that right? Or
correct? Yeah. X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're on all of that. The community's great. My core holders, my core believers have been amazing. They help me when I'm not able to do certain things, if I'm not available with my family and stuff like that. The true believers, as far as you can tell just by the Telegram, that they're there every day. And we're just trying to gather more. And we just want it to be known that, look, I'm not going anywhere. This is a long-term play, and I want this to be the safest play on Solana.
Yeah, well, awesome. I mean, this certainly seems like you got yourself set up here. You have a plan. Sounds like the community's there. You're at just over 2,000, nearly 2,100 followers on there. So that's looking pretty sweet. Can you scroll down a little bit on that too there, Sean? We'll just have a look at some of King's awesome content. Yeah, I love it. And you know, it's tough, man. It's tough out there trying to get like community there, and you know, there's so much competition as well out there at the moment. Right. The market is tough right now, but now is the time to build, they say. Now is the time is to hedge your bets. So I guess let's kind of cover that. It all seems pretty good. Seems like a legit project. Dijon the Deplorable. Thank you. It does. Man seems very genuine. It's always a massive milestone when a man comes up here, or woman, or whoever, representative, goes on camera and you know, just bears themselves honestly. So thankfully your docs already, so that's good. It's nice to see that people are they underestimate how, you know, how valuable it is to have someone on screen talking to them, like especially in crypto, because everything's a scam. So it just legitimizes everything so much more. As far as the launch itself and, you know, the tokenomics, all that kind of stuff, if you want to pull up the chart there, Sean, we could have a quick look. You guys, you could let us know what your thoughts are on it, how you felt the launch went and all that, and how's it going right now? What are your plans?
Yeah, I mean, the launch went well. I think we were able to bond in about 3 weeks. We had some pretty big push in the very beginning. You know, we did the same old stuff that everybody else does, but I really, once I doxed myself, I think people grabbed onto it and realized, hey, look, in 3 weeks, I was able to get a game out. I was able to get staking running, and I was able to get NFTs made. So from there, it just kind of, we got up to about 140 MK, MC, and you know, as the market trended down, so did mine, as well as like the price of Solana. As that went down, my coin went down. But I think we've held the bottom pretty well. At about, we held 1,000 100,000 market cap for a while, but now we're kind of around 80. But I think when the market turns around, we'll be fine.
Yeah, so I guess that brings me to the question is what is the plan? Let's say when the market does hit, what's your marketing strategy here? You know, what are you planning on doing as far as content wise, media, promotion, and all of that kind of stuff?
Well, I haven't said this out loud yet, especially to the yeah.
All right.
But what better way, you know? I have some real world stuff coming out. We have 2 companies that we're going to be partnered with in the future. One is a true mushroom company. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but we're looking to make them some NFTs to where their market, if they hold an NFT, they'll get a percentage off the medicinal mushroom stuff, as well as maybe in the future being able to buy their product with Myco itself. And then we have an AI company that wants to partner up with us. They're in the middle of a big push themselves at the moment. So once everything kind of gets settled with them, they're going to kind of turn to us and let us use some of their AI tech, and we'll promote them and they'll promote us. So yeah, I mean,
so you would be utilizing their AI tech to like continue building out your ecosystem kind of thing. Is that what you mean?
Correct.
Awesome. And then you got the Magic Mushy partnership. Well, that seems absolutely perfect. And I like the idea that there's going to be some real world utility behind this. So, I mean, that's pretty exciting. Definitely going to keep an eye on this for sure. That sounds awesome. And as far as, let's say, marketing itself or listings or anything like that, what's kind of your plan with, let's say, the token? Or are you going to, you know, do you do a lot of spaces? Are you planning on doing spaces? Do you do VCs in the Telegram? How do you like engage and kind of interact with the audience or your community, I guess?
Yeah, that's great. I like VCs. We'll do VCs. I've done a couple of spaces. I really want to do more. Obviously, when you're starting out, you're smaller. You get maybe 1 or 2 people in, but I'm going to plan one and start pushing for one soon, like a big one, because I kind of want to announce some NFTs that I got coming out and what holding them will give them. So I'll probably do one of those in the next week or 2, to be honest with you. As far as like a true marketing push, I actually reached out to Coinbound, and I kind of had a talk with them about maybe setting up a little push in the future. I know they use influencers, they use SEOs, you know, they try and optimize everything, but it's a legit company, and I kind of wanted they're a little bit more pricey, so we're using NFT sales as marketing. So any NFT sales that happen, that money is going straight into our marketing wallet. And as soon as we get the funds for that, I would love to be able to hook up with them. And once this market turns around, hit that button and push it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Sean's our chief marketing guy over here. Obviously, he's been in the industry a long time. He can pretty much get you access to anything you want, to any KOLs, any of that stuff. So, you know, be sure and let's open up a group in the back here. So when the time comes, feel free. I'm sure Sean will have no problem helping you out and leading, because the good thing about Sean is he's been in the industry. He does it himself. So he knows what's going to get you an ROI, what's worth the money for you. So absolutely, perfect. I would say connect with Sean for sure moving forward.
I do have a question too after. I do have a very important question because it could be a very small world. Is that a John Curtis hoodie you have on?
Wait, hold on, man. How do you know John Curtis?
The River Ridge John Curtis?
Yeah, man. I live in
so I owned the Smoothie King right down the road for about 12 years. So if you went in that Smoothie King, you've definitely seen me before. From about 07 to 18 is when I sold it. They since have rebuilt it down the road.
Yeah, right by my house.
So I owned it when it was at its prior location. So I don't live in Harahan. I live in Covington. But I was around that area. Like I practically lived at that Smoothie King as I built that business.
Freaking Louisiana guy, man. How you figure that? That's amazing.
Yeah, so as soon as I heard you start talking and then you said Louisiana, then I was like, holy shit, he has a John Curtis hoodie on. So yeah, I spent a lot of years in Harahan, and actually my wife still has tons of family that lives in Harahan in River Ridge. So we're still around that area all the time. So
awesome, man. Yeah, my daughter goes there, and of course I went there. Sweet, man. That's awesome.
Well, let's
if you play football, like the football rush was like real from John Curtis. Like every Friday, it was like a madhouse in my store. All the football players would come and buy some news and all that stuff. So yeah, in between 07 and 18, if you went in there, you 100% would have seen me.
Yeah, no doubt. That is freaking awesome.
Well, now you know he's legit, so definitely connect with him when the time comes for to do some marketing. Of course, we do marketing here too with Moon or Dust. We do sponsorships, so that's kind of what we're doing here. Is we're building up this platform, this audience, to be able to offer it to projects such as yourself, to be able to come in without having to spend a fortune, because we all know how expensive it is, especially in Web3 marketing is crazy expensive.
Yeah.
And in a poor market, those prices don't fluctuate too much either. So like when the market's down, prices don't really change that much. So that's what we're trying to do here. Obviously, there's revenue streams, or we do paid stuff as well. But for the most part, you can get the bot in, you can install it, you can vote your hearts out, and you can get on here as you are right now. So this is kind of the whole idea behind the platform. And down the line, when it comes time for the main Moon or Dust game show itself, like I said, there's sponsorship opportunities, advertising opportunities on there if people want to go that way. But we're pushing for a real organic audience, not a botted audience, not a whatever. So that's awesome. But definitely, connect with Shauna after, and when the time comes, you guys can
we have the you just DM me, so we have it open. So yeah, we'll communicate through DMs.
Amazing, man. Thank
you. Any final words? Again, if and when hopefully whoever gets to the top spot, we do like a super deep dive on things. We record it, we'll make a clip out of it and all that. But do you have any final words for anybody that's viewing right now? Why invest in King Myco? I know you said you got some good plans, but let everybody know. Shout out to your community and stuff, and appreciate you guys as well for voting. But any final words for everybody out there?
Look, our biggest thing is stay weird. We're for the weirdos. We're for the guys that nobody really counts on being what we're meant to be. We're out here to prove people wrong. We're out here to show people on Solana that there is a safe play, and it is Myco. And we do have plans. And my man up there, if you got any problems, you could rat me out to the Curtis people.
We got the Louisiana weirdos out here, guys.
That's right.
Real. That's right. I love it. Well, thank you, King. Appreciate you coming on, my man. Keep voting out there. We'll keep highlighting you as long as you're in the top 5. Hopefully you get to that number 1 spot. We come on here, do a big deep dive on it, get the clip going and all that. But we do appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate y'all.
Of course. And good luck with the project. Shout out to your community. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thanks for coming.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, that was awesome, man. I love when people come up and they give us the real insight. And again, anybody that is watching, If you want to have the potential to come up and, you know, give us the skinny on your project as well, go to moon-or-dust.fun and download the bot yourself. Here it is. This is the website right here. Just go up here to the trending, click add mod trending bot. It'll automatically open your Telegram or prompt you to do so, install the bot and get your community voting. And you can come up here just like our man King Bra did and, you know, let us know all about the project. Adds a lot of credibility. I already see people in the comments asking about it. So yeah, and I do know that when somebody comes on here, because we've been growing a really strong organic community of real investors over this time. It's, you know, so the great thing about that is when we do this, it's an organic audience. If people genuinely like it that are watching, and I know this from experience, with all the awesome community members we have currently, the mod mafia. I'm coining our Moon or Dust Telegram group the mod mafia now. That's my new term. But certainly there, like a lot of people in there are looking to see. Nobody has a portfolio with one token in it. So collaboration and highlighting other projects, mingling with other communities is vital. That's one of the reasons we're doing this too. And I know those people will go over, if they really do like something, they'll go and they will buy the token. Like, I know that for a fact. I know a lot of people will come back into our, you know, hardcore. Even our own moderators will be, hey, I just picked up some BioCrypt. I just picked up a little bit of this. So like, this is organic. These are real people that are going out there to look at it. So if you come up here and you do a good job, hey, you know, there's real people watching that will go out and pick up a few bags. So, you know, don't be shy. Get the bot in. Get voting. Next up, we got Boost at 7K market cap. So this is this is the big red flag one that we're talking about.
Look, I always want to be wrong. People are using our bot. I don't want to badmouth them, but I'm seeing no website. I'm not seeing anything about this one. It looks like they're strictly paying for Boost. It's already dropped down to 7K market cap. Nothing really to cover on this one. Personally, would steer clear of it. Again, if anyone from Boost is listening, wants to come up here, tell me I'm wrong, go for it. But everything I'm seeing, Boost is one I would steer clear of. I know it's our top 3, but again, we can't just say, yeah, go check it out because it's in the top 5. So.
Well, it sounds like there isn't anything to check out, is there? So, no website. Yeah. Telegram is basically just seems like it's not really too active from Sean's assessment of it. It seems mostly bots and voting people and potentially paid shillers from what it looks like right now. Any word on an X account? What's the X account looking like, Sean, on there? I'm assuming.
I don't even think I saw an X account.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, you know, let's just move on.
And they get votes really quick, like really fast, like
injection,
like not organically possible fast.
Yeah. Right. So. Okay. Well, nice try, guys. No one's buying that unless you want to.
Good tech coming out of Louisiana.
Oh, you know it, huh?
Yeah, he's literally about 55 minutes from me, and like I said, he actually lives in the city where I used to own my first business I started. Yep.
Drew, we know you're weird as hell, bro. Drew, I think maybe one of our first people to ever play on Moon or Dust for real cash. That's our boy Drew. Yep. Shout out to you, brother.
First one to win some money.
From our awesome Infineon fam out there. But yeah, so Boost, unless guys you could come up here and you know, tell us otherwise, but the fact you don't have a website, Telegram not looking super organic active, and X being non-existent, I would say there's a lot of red flags here. So let's not dive into that. Vault BNB, also know it's 6K, but I do know these guys have a website, Sean, right? That is correct. Let's add this to the stage.
What are we looking at? Yeah, Vault. So yeah, let's check out Vault. Again, I just looked at it 10 minutes before the show started. Anyone from Vault's there wants to come up, awesome. Kind of looking a little pretty certain this website was put together with AI super quick. And again, that isn't inherently bad. But yeah, let's see. Vision for a utility-driven, accessible ecosystem. Vault BNB is more than just a token. It's a movement built on the world's most efficient blockchain. We have a 1 billion supply.
Is that correct? Is Binance the most efficient blockchain in the world?
According to Vault BNB, it is. I don't know.
All right, no, I'm kidding.
The website does look a little off to me. Again, not trying to talk bad about people, but anyone from Vault, again, always come up, tell me I'm stupid, tell me I'm wrong. Lightning speed and near zero fees, instant transaction that costs pennies, proven security, fair launch designed for the community, by the community, no hidden whales. LP will be locked. Contract will be renounced for trust and safety. Let's see. We have our contract address right here. 70% went to liquidity. Correct me if I'm wrong right here. Let me do some math right here. 70 and 30 and 5 equals 105%. So they, I guess, have an extra 5% supply.
Dude, what's your average buy, bro. These guys are getting fucking 105 out of percent.
Yeah, see,
of 100. Actually, I think believe in, is it Latin or Greek or something? Percent is of 100 or out of 100.
This goes back to, I don't think the person that did the website's illiterate or anything. They let AI do They let AI do it, and they didn't proof it. So that again tells me I'm right. I think that they just put it together. And again, nothing wrong with AI. Mr. Pixel does hella work with AI. Almost everything he does is AI based, and it's great. But sometimes people utilize that to just throw something together real quick. They didn't proof it. That kind of makes me a little bit more worried.
Yeah, seems like it was rushed. Yeah, it was rushed. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, I've seen worse, but it definitely looks like it was.
But it gives me a weird feeling. I can tell you right now, if I was looking to invest into this right off the bat, I would have already stopped looking. But with that being said, Vault BNB, anyone on? I'm not just trying to talk smack about your projects. Giving my assessment. Please come up. Again, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm an idiot, and tell us what you're all about.
Sean, you're wrong. You're an idiot. This is the best fucking meme token ever created. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, the competition is stiff in this space. So, if you want to stand out, you gotta, these are certain things. Now, I know once you get past a certain milestone, it moves into, okay, what's marketing? What's this, what's that? But the basics are a website that's proofed, at least proofed, where you're not 105% in your tokenomics. That's
same thing on the white paper too. It isn't even corrected on the white paper.
Yeah, I think this is a lot of AI. And look, AI is great, but like you cannot just do an AI and just roll it out without proofing it. You need to like really engage with the AI to get what you want, and you need to go back in, double, triple check it always. So I understand sometimes it's easy to miss some things, but it's also AI has just made people even more lazy.
And we have such a great community. Something like that would be pointed out to us within seconds. It's quick. Our community doesn't miss anything.
Bro, you'd be getting lit up right now if that was 105% on the website, dude. These Infineon, Lunar Pump, or savages that watch and follow us, dude. Yeah, they'd have us lit up, and good. Rightly so. I know sometimes we can't always get to everything right away because we've only got so much bandwidth, but Mr. Pixel's wife is also AI. He did a good job. There's Mike, our man, one of the other founders, of course, here in all this amazing stuff we got going on. But yes, Mike, she's AI. That's why she's so perfect. I couldn't have made her any more perfect myself. I tried. But shout out to you, Mrs. P. Appreciate you. Shout out to you too, Mike. And yes, thank you as well, King, for coming up. Shout out to you again. Thanks for having me up, fellas. Look forward to more networking. Yes, keep it going. Stay on the bot. Keep voting. We'll keep highlighting here all week if you're up in the top 5. Always happy to give a shout out. And of course, anybody that's watching, you do not have to even always specifically be on the bot. If you come in here and you bombard our comments, whether you're watching across X, YouTube, Twitch, and you light us up, you got a buzzing community, yeah, we'll highlight it. We'll show the chart. If you think you got something more presenting, we're happy to present it. If you can, make it, if you look hype enough, but immediately after you got to install the bot and start voting. But
yeah, I mean, if you want real coverage, you got to be in the top 5. But we will shout you out if if your community comes over.
Yeah, I mean, hey, bullish community is always a very good metric, and if you do that in the chat, we'll happily give you a shout out, and because of the bullishness alone. But yeah, so I mean, engagement is, middling to poor, let's be honest. On the X account, 127 followers, it's on a 7K market cap. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be investing in this either personally right now, unless they really started, making some inroads, doing some solid stuff and pushing it a little harder, but it's far too low. What's it sitting at right now?
And when we were just kind of looking all over the place. Liquidity is only at 2.8, so basically no liquidity. We were just looking all over the place. It's looking like if you come over to Bird's Eye, ownership isn't renounced, 5% tax for transfers, sell tax 5.12%, total percent of owners 5.27, total top holder percent's 50. So top 10 holders are holding 50% of the supply. LP tokens. Yeah, this one's again, always willing to give anyone on stage that wants to come up and talk about it, but any straight scam no one's ever going to come up and talk about it. But yeah, guys, just be careful with this one. We have to cover it, at least look at it, because it isn't our top 5. But yeah,
moving on.
Yeah, there's nothing that I look at this and say, yeah, this is definitely one that you need to go check out.
Hey, if anybody else sees something that we don't, let us know. And if you got a good reason why someone should invest in this, let us know. But right now, I wouldn't be investing in it for sure. Can you look up Vault Inu, Sean? I'm familiar with Vault Inu. I remember those guys a while back.
Maybe find it
briefly.
What chain was it?
I think they were on BNB as well, if I'm not mistaken, and they were called Vault. I think like they had their own radio station as well.
It's pretty big one right here. Yeah, high liquidity.
Voltino, there it is. BNB, BNB.
Yeah,
I think I remember this one.
It's an older token.
It's been around for a while. Yeah, there was another Vault. Yeah, for sure. So Vault BNB. It is a big project. Vault
two years ago. So it's been around for a minute.
And they're still pumping away. So shout out to the Vault Inu peeps. I remember hearing them in Spaces not so long ago, and they were, I believe they were setting up like their own radio station kind of a thing. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for bringing it up. Fields, King Bra that was up with us a little earlier. But I would avoid Vault Inu right now. Okay. Or not Vault Inu, sorry, Vault BNB, my bad.
Yeah, until we get some more eyes. So Ms. Pace, I'll let you take the lead on this one. You did the whole interview. I'm not gonna lie, Friday was not a good day for me, so I wasn't fully paying attention, so I need to kind of catch up. But if you kind of want to take it, I think you got the gist of it. We had almost a 2-hour long episode.
And I won't dive too deep. I know those guys.
We've already done it.
Yeah, and we dived in, and again, look, there they are right now. You can sign up over there. For anybody that needs a brief overview right now, it's like a monetization platform. It has all the social engagement as well that you want. There's ways to earn from posting, from engagement that they're working on right now. Last interview we did, the platform hadn't fully launched just yet, but they are bringing, or some updates that they were doing, but they are bringing more and more influencers. Their marketing it's steady. They're pushing it out there at the moment. Lots of strong organic growth. I think they were at over 700 users right now, but the main target audience seems to be like a crypto version of OnlyFans. They do bring in obviously a lot of other, anybody can use it, but like OnlyFans, it seems to be mainly targeted at that audience. And again, the whole idea behind it, speaking to the man himself, Burning was on with us. We did a live interview here last Friday. Very extensive. We have a clip on the main X as well, so you can go and view that whole thing yourself. And we talked to I think it was Greg? I think it was Greg was his name. He was the main COO, or was it I can't remember. Greg, Jeff, Dave, I can't remember exactly right now, but we spoke to both of them. He was the COO as well, gave us some insight into the marketing efforts and all that kind of thing. And Jake, there it is, Jake. God damn it, I was so close. I was like, Jeff. Sorry, thank you, Jake. There he is. Okay, I'm sorry, Jake. Please forgive me, brother. I love you. But it was a great interview. We got some great insights from him and the CEO himself, Burning. And we're going to have these guys live on one of the upcoming episodes, the primetime episodes of Mooner Does Game Show itself. But it looks like a really, really solid platform out there. There's a lot of Greg, the CEO. Sorry about that. But there's a strong backing of founders behind this. It seems as though They're taking their time. They're not going to rush anything. They're not going to overexert themselves. They do have the financial backing, it appears, of for what they would need. They know exactly the roadmap. The integration so far looks like it's going really well, strong, organic. Seems like they got a strong team of developers behind it that are rolling this out, that they're constantly going to be upgrading. So if you want, please go and do check that out. We can drop maybe a link in the Moon or Dust chat to that interview. If one of our guys out there, maybe Titan or someone, or in the mod chat, could please drop a link to that X tweet where that interview is, so anybody can go and check it out. TassHub, they're saying our DAO will be insane, the first of its kind. Now, of course, I did ask some tough questions regarding securities and all that stuff. Very solid answers. They got a strong team of lawyers that are monitoring the situation right now and making sure that they keep everything above board as they go through this. Everybody's on the same boat right now. So when it comes to that and returning money, of course, nobody really knows or are making money from investments, and guaranteeing returns and this and that can get murky. But he assured me he's got one of the best lawyers, if not the best, when it comes to crypto on the team over there when he came on the show. So please go and do a deep dive. We did the deep dive. You go and check it out with that link that we'll get in. If it's not dropped in, I'll drop it in myself here after the show. But a really awesome group of people. It seems like the community is super bullish over there. Strong, like I said, strong organic growth. They got a lot of plans for this. And, and to be honest, I have to say, they seem very genuine about it. It wasn't like promises, like we're going to the moon. It was like, no, we're going to measure this out. We're going to see how this plays out. It's not the first project of this sort to attempt this. So it seems like the impression I got was very measured, really trying to make sure that they tick all the boxes, grow slowly, make sure that they don't overexert, and keep themselves on the right side of the law, and make sure that everything they're doing is above board as far as, content moderation, all that kind of thing. Oh, there we go. Titan, my man. There you go. That's the man. He dropped it in there. So please show that tweet some love as well. Give it a like, pop a comment in there. We're trying to spread our word as well as the word of all the projects that come up here as well. So please go and check it out. Check out that interview with the man himself, Burning, and Jake. Got it. Jake, the CEO, giving us some insight there. It's about 40 minutes, but if this is something you're interested in, it looks really legit. I have to say, I would invest in this personally. Again, not financial advice, but from what I've seen, the way they're growing, from the conversations we had, in public and behind the scenes afterward, look like a really good group of people trying to do something in the space, make it work. And, they're monitoring the situation. They seem to be pretty careful about it. And like I said, they seem like a mature, solid bunch of people trying to create something legit here. So that's my honest assessment of it right now. But go and check it out for yourself, please. Go and check it out. Sign up. They're pushing people to sign up right now for the platform. Again, there's a whole social element with the engagement, launching tokens. I'm not sure about NFTs and live streaming and all that kind of stuff. So they're building an entire ecosystem here that can be monetized through social engagement, but, pushing more towards kind of the OnlyFans side of things. But of course, all are welcome, as they say, all are welcome. They got many different kinds of people over there. Chefs, people doing arts and crafts. You could be over there selling clothes, like anything that you want, you could do it. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the TassHub community as well for coming on the show last week and keeping those votes going. You guys have been awesome. So yeah, go check out that interview with them. It's a really good listen. If this is something you're interested in, you'll get a lot of good insight straight from the horse's mouth. So I would encourage you to go and check that out. And again, we'll probably be highlighting you guys all week because you're voting like madmen over there. So we appreciate you guys and thanks so much. And we look forward to having you guys on the show. Sean, you excited to have some representative from the TassHub community take on the whales at some time in the future?
Yeah. I think it's going to be a very fun game here. Yep. Always enjoy watching everyone taking on the whales.
Yeah, you know it. So that is, of course, and again, we're happy to have some more of the TassHub crew throughout the week. If you're sitting on the number one spot, you can come up here anytime and tell us anything. If you got some new updates regarding your project, you're sitting at the number one spot, or if not, if you're in the top 5, you just got an update. hey, just hit us up in a DM, hit Sean up in a DM there. We'll get you on there. You can give us the update on it if you're sitting up there pretty. If not, if you have an awesome project, but you're still working hard and you're trying to get your community, you're still developing it. It's early days and you would like to, get some of this exposure for yourself and avail of what we're building here, you can absolutely do that. We do have some paid options on there. You can multiply your votes directly within the bot for, let's say, for 1 hour it's a really good rate as well as far as trending bots go, and it can give you 1.5x multiplier to your votes, or it can give you a 2x multiplier to your votes, or you can just have a straight leaderboard push where you can get in the top 5, in the top 3, or even to number 1. So you can pay your way to the top. Shocker, huh? That's the way the world works, isn't it? But hey, we need to eat too, so that's the way the revenue sharing works as far as the bot itself. So you can do that, and if that's something that you do want to do, go ahead and do it, and we'll highlight you. And if you do get into the top spot, we'll bring you on here for a super duper deep dive into your project as well. Again, to get that bot, go on over to Lunar Pump. I was about to say moon-r-dust.fun and download it right up here. Trending bot, add mod trending bot. It'll automatically open it up. You add it into your community there and give it the permissions it needs, give it the admin rights, and get your community voting. Get on the leaderboard, and we'll be highlighting you during the week. I'm not sure exactly what's happening on Thanksgiving Day. I don't know. We may not have a show. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. But it is Thanksgiving here in the US, but we'll see how that plays out. But tomorrow we'll be back again to do it all over again. So if you do want to be shown or get the bot installed, and again, we're shouting out to, let me bring these guys back up on stage. TassHub, of course, you got any more updates for us, feel free. You can jump up here and just even come in studio or just pop it into the chats, the live chats there, and we'll happily highlight it here. Then we also have, obviously, we had Vault BNB and Boost. Yeah, not sure what's going on there. King Myco, awesome to have him up here today. That was great. And again, you stay in the top 5, brother. You're free to come up here and give us updates. You're free to jump in and just, in the chats and give us some updates there that we're happy to pop up on the screen and let people know that are following along. And then our Kurumi fam. So I'm guessing you might be watching this after the fact. If you're you're in Japan, so you'll be missing this, so you'll be seeing it after. But please, if you do have a representative that could come on here during our time to give us more insight into the Kurumi, sitting at 1.8 million now. The project looks good. The narrative looks solid. It's a straight meme play, but they're the good ones. A lot of the straight meme plays can just hit it, and they're tapping into some narratives that have already hit it many times before and done really well. So shout out to you guys. If you can get somebody on here for tomorrow or anytime this week, just let us know. Hit Sean up. You know what his handle is on Telegram. Hit him up with a DM at @the_Kryptonian01, and we'll get you guys on here to talk all about it. But yeah, Sean, another showdown. You're another few hours closer to mending yourself and being back on the full.
Yeah, for sure. We're another good episode in the books. We covered some new projects, covered some ones we've already covered, but going to continue to cover all the ones in the top. So we're finding some pretty good projects here. We're finding some other projects that maybe not so good, but again, especially if I'm talking bad about you, more than welcome to come up. But yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this episode. We will be back tomorrow. Speaking of Thursday for Thanksgiving, I probably won't be around. I'll be traveling that day. So Thursday, we probably, at least me, take the day off. But we'll be here every other day.
I'll see how we're doing. I'll see what my day is like. If I can come on, I will try, because I know everybody's out there voting. Not everybody does the thing all over the world. So if I can come on, I will. I'll keep you posted on that.
Yeah, that'll work. So we may be here Thursday. But all right, guys, like I said, shout out to every project we talked about. Go check them out, or at least 3 of the 5. Go check out. And yeah, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. I am on DeFi Sean. That's Mr. Pixel. And until tomorrow, trade safe.
Play Moon or Dust live and win big for your community or for yourself. Just don't dust. Tuesday, audience edition. Wednesday, prime time. Thursday, microcap. Think you can take on the whales and walk away with a fat bag? Be our guest for free. Moon or Dust the most bullish game show in crypto. Visit moon-or-dust.fun for details.